think this is a good time to remind everybody that we do have midterms coming up in November. And while it is important to vote, I do want to say it is important to vote, to get out there, to have a voice and to vote. You still need to understand that a vote does not save us. Okay? That there are things in play where they're already trying to stop a fair election from happening. And we have two sides here. We have two sides within the cards because it's a tarot reading and, of course, for entertainment only, so I don't keep getting blasted for misinformation. And there's some sacrifices here within the four corners, within this crossroads. We have a crossroads going on, okay? And right now, what's more important to the administration is to keep everyone divided, okay? And that there's certain sacrifices that need to be made, whether that's people, places, or things. But the whole point is to keep us divided. From the side that actually wants to heal America, that wants to fix home, that wants to make things better, that wants to turn things around for the people that are divided, against this side that is full of hatred, and it's a cult. It's a cult. But within the cards, sacrifices have to be made on both sides. What are we willing to sacrifice to save the world, essentially, is what the crossroads is. Now, the reason I think it's important to remind you that you need to get out there and vote is because voting does change things within the timeline, and that the small things are important too. And that when truths are revealed, these truths need to be true. Meaning, we can't say it's not what we wanted if we didn't get out there and actually cast our vote. It does not mean that it's not going to come without obstacles. It does not mean it's not going to come without a fight. It does not mean that elections are going to land the way that we think they're going to. We'll just say, like, for example, as a metaphor, 2024. Okay? And how we all collectively knew that the world is a stage and we've seen the players. Just like the other night, we all collectively knew that the world is a stage and we get to see the same players. The whole point of this, the point of the villains that are in the Caucasian plantation, the point of the timeline that we're on, the purpose of our souls choosing this timeline to be here is because we were going to be the ones to be able to fix it. We were the ones that were going to be able to wake other souls up. The villains were going to be the catalyst. And I got to speak in context. So we can get to the next point. Now, what I can say is, things drastically change in 2027. And if you've ever watched my 4-year reading, you already know this. I'm not going to say things get Mary Poppins because we got a little bit of sugar and it helped medicine go down. I'm not going to say that. But what I will say is, things are drastically different because the people are awake and they refuse to take any bullshit. We get to the point of the divine feminine where we say, enough is enough. The petty has come out. Essentially, we are Meg the Stallion, and we see what the problem is with Clay, and we decide we're going to walk away, but we also going to handle business, okay? Because a lady got to have a lady that got to have a lady, and even if you are the lady, Cardi B, you still got a lady. A lady still got to have a lady. And y'all saw how quick her baby daddies went, and because Cardi B's the shit, and when you the lady and you also got a lady, man, y'all need to be careful which divine feminine goddesses that y'all are crossing. You bring it upon yourselves. But I just want to remind you that the cards, the tarot cards, predicted in a timeline that there would be another false flag event. That they would blame it on a form of, terrorism. The cards said they were going to throw everything at you like a kitchen sink. Everything in the kitchen sink. Kitchen sink pizza, everything. They're going to throw everything they got. Because they got a game plan here. They're going to pump the corpse full of pharmaceuticals because they need him to last to at least into January of next year. That's when they want this transition to happen. I think they're going to weekend at Bernie's walk this motherfucker across the finish line. And they need it because it arrives with their plan. And we all know that these people don't know how to shift. Spiritually, intelligently, strategically, they suck. But we are in the season of exposures. With that said, there's some important things that you guys should know behind the scenes. Whether it's out here or not, there are predictions of mine that are already playing out. When they will be released to the public, I don't know. But it doesn't mean that they ain't happening. I've gotten insight, I've gotten confirmation. But let's get back to the very first point of this. Voting is important. A vote is important. I think you need to get out there and do it regardless. And I want to speak on this. I know that I just saw May 1st is like, don't go to work, don't spend money. We having another strike day. We doing this. These strikes don't work unless they days on end. Let me just put that out there. I mean, I'm not saying we shouldn't participate. I'm just saying, good God, guys, can we get it the fuck together? If y'all gonna have a whole day where you protest not going to work, can we be marching to detention centers or warehouses being bought? Can we make an actual fucking difference? That's all I'm asking. Can we organize to actually make a difference and not just parade around like entitled little assholes? Okay? Didn't mean that to come off harsh. I'm just saying. Anyways, get out there, vote. Make sure you're registered to vote. They gonna be fucking with us the whole way. They have a finish line in mind. So do we. Sacrifices at this crossroad gotta be made on both sides. We can see them pulling their cards. Why are we not pulling ours? And again, based on Tara for entertainment only. But what comes next has a lot to do with free will. And it tells me exactly how long this is going to play out and how long we going to sit here with our thumbs up our booty holes. The outcome, the end is the same. How long we take to get there is going to be revealed to me in the next few months. And then I'll update you and say we took left, right, or straight at this crossroads. I will let you know what decision, as a collective, we have decided to do. But until those cards play out, can't exactly tell you that. Because the universe cannot predict free will. It cannot predict free will. It cannot predict what you are going to do if it is not fated or your destiny. And any reader that tells you that's false, personally, I think it's full of shit. But we'll see how it plays out.